Hey friends, it's caramel cheesecake day today in the Just One Donna kitchen. Today I want to share with you how to make my favorite cheesecake. It's a cheesecake that is going to wow your family and friends. So stick with me and I'll show you just how to make it. The first step is to make our crust. I have preheated my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I have lightly greased my 9-inch springform pan and I've assembled the ingredients. I have 3/4 of a cup of pecans that I am going to grind up finely, 1 cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and a half teaspoon of cinnamon. I have ground the pecans, and to that I'm going to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, cinnamon and salt, and 1 stick of soft butter. And we'll give that a nice mix. When the crust ingredients come together, they form a sticky batter that I am going to put into the pan and spread evenly across the pan. I like to use an offset spatula to spread the crust all around the bottom of the 9-inch pan evenly. You'll find that this crust is like a thick frosting, so using an offset spatula works really well. A spoon will work as well. Now that it's ready to go in the oven, I'm going to bake it for 10 to 15 minutes until this crust is lightly golden. I've taken the crust out of the oven and you can see that it's golden brown around the edges. It actually took 17 minutes in my oven. I have a new oven and so I'm just getting used to that. But it's ready to go. I've reduced the oven temperature to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and while the oven is coming to temperature, I'm going to mix up the filling. I've swapped out my food processor for my stand mixer, and in the bowl of the stand mixer, I have 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese at room temperature. It's very important that all of your ingredients for a cheesecake are at room temperature. I have 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to mix those together until they're combined. I have it on low speed, just stirring those ingredients together. You'll want to scrape down the sides of the bowl in order to make sure that all of the ingredients are getting well combined. And once they look combined, this has a lovely caramel color already. I'm now going to add the eggs one at a time. 4 eggs, one at a time. Just scraping the bowl to make sure that the eggs are being incorporated. You don't really want to beat the eggs. This is not about getting air and height into your batter, just to combine the eggs with the batter. Once your batter is well combined and nice and smooth, it's time to add the remaining wet ingredients. And I'm adding 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and 1/2 cup of a nice thick caramel sauce. I use prepared caramel for this cheesecake. That's what makes it so nice and easy. And this is a really nice, thick, high quality sauce that I'm adding, and I love it. and I'll save some of it to put on top of the cake. I'm just stirring to combine, again, just to make sure the batter is well combined. I poured the well combined batter into the prepared crust, and it's going to bake now for 40 minutes at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. After that point, I'm going to reduce the heat to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for 15 minutes more until the edges are set, and the center of it will still be jiggly and look like it needs to cook more. At that point, I'm going to turn off the oven and crack the door and let the cake cool in the oven for 1 hour, hopefully to avoid any cracks in the cake. But then I don't fret if I get any cracks, because I just used the caramel sauce to cover up the top of the cake. So this is going right into the oven now, and we'll see how we do. Here's my cheesecake in the final cool down phase. It's been cooling with the temperature off in the oven for 40 minutes now. I'm going to leave it for another 20 minutes, but you can see that I do have a crack in the top. Try as you might, sometimes you get a crack in your cheesecake. So I will just decorate my cheesecake with some extra sauce and some whipped cream, and it'll be good to go. Enjoy this cheesecake. It's a favorite. Get more information at justonedonna.com. Be sure to subscribe